although it is unannounced, but we have an emergency broadcast by the HOD Mazi, Chika, Edoziem. Please, over to you. Welcome to the program.
Mazi, Jonathan, can you hear me?
The whole world, humanity is hearing you clear. Please go on.
Thank you. Good evening, great Biafrans. Good afternoon, good morning, and good night to you, wherever you may be at this very hour. Depending on your time zone, my name remains Mazi, Chika, Edoziem. I come from Ihe-Oma. Ihe-Oma is in all the province of Biafra land. And it is by the grace of Elohim, Chukwu, that I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the Directorate of State as the head of Directorate. This night, this is an emergency broadcast because it has become very imperative for me to speak to the Biafran people worldwide, and especially Biafran people in the Biafra land. For a very while, some days now past, we have been seeing what is going on in Biafra land. We have seen the covert elimination and killings that is going on in our land, and I wish to let Biafrans know that the intelligence report at our disposal indicates that what we have said initially, what we have during the day, of course, brought out in press release, is what the zoo government and their collaborators are doing in the Holy Land of Biafra. They have raised it to a very, very disturbing notch by the recent murder, cold-blooded murder of Dr. Chika Akunyele. Dr. Akunyele, as we know, is or was the husband of the beloved Dora Akunyele. Dora Akunyele, all of us can also remember that this very brave Biafran woman she received encomiums from Maonyendu Mazi on more than one occasion because of her faithfulness, because of her truthfulness. Maonyendu praised her on occasions on this very hallowed platform of Arabia. And yesterday we heard that the husband was murdered. And the initial report, of course, last usual, they began to point their fingers in the direction of the indigenous people of Biafra. They began to point their fingers in the direction of the security outfit of the indigenous people of Biafra, the Eastern Security Network. We must not forget that also a time was when an APC politician was murdered as well in Imo State. Even before investigations were commenced, not even concluded, the police authorities accused the indigenous people of Biafra of masterminding the murder of that APC politician by name. They have the agenda of turning Biafra land into a land engulfed with anarchy. But I want to tell you this evening that what is going on in Anambra State, and of course Imo State and other parts of Biafra land, is a choreographed and well-planned covert action by the Fulani Caliphate with their Nigerian supporters and their collaborators in Biafra land. If you will remember, great Biafrans and the world at large, there was a man called Dr. May Lafayette. Dr. May Lafayette came out to publicly inform the world of the plan of the Fulani headsmen and terrorists, what they want to do. They had started to take over, attack and overrun forests, our lands. That was their initial plan. And when they finished with the forest, making our forests unsafe for our people to go to their farms, when they have finished with making it impossible for our people to produce what we eat and what will sustain us, they intended, I beg your pardon, they intended to carry out their evil plans and evil acts into the cities of the southern part of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, and specifically into Biafra land. They want to begin targeted elimination of very high-ranking and very illustrious sons of Biafra land. Dr. Chika Akunyele, we know, was not their first victim, was not their first target. They are trying to make sure that when Biafra land is made kind of very, very unsafe for us, they will now bring in their full army of terrorists to begin to hunt our people down as they are hunting them down as we speak. But beyond this, great Biafrans, beyond this plan of making Biafra land unsafe for our people, of creating anarchy in our land, their major objective is to find something that they will hang on the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Because I remember, as I told you in my last broadcast, that these people, these Nigerian government establishment and their cohorts, they have nothing against Onyendu Martin and Bekano. They have nothing against him because they were the ones who instituted action against him in their court. But now they are boycotting their own court because they do not have anything against our leader. They are trying to manufacture whatever they want to manufacture as what they will accuse him of committing in Biafra land. Excuse me. I'm a little bit upset this evening, but we must be at alert, great Biafrans. We must be at alert. We must not allow what is happening to distract us in the sense of trying to allow them to set our agenda for us or trying to allow them to dictate what happens in our land. The killings going on in Biafra land is the handwork of the Nigerian security apparatus. The murders, the cold-blooded executions, the cold-blooded executions of Biafran youths, the kidnappings of our men and our women, of our youths, by the security apparatus of the zoo is part of their plan. Part of their plan to create chaos in our land, part of their plans to what we call, they want to look for evidence or look for crimes they can hang or they wish to hang on the leader of the great movement in the Mazi and Khan. We must not fall into their game plan. We, the Biafran people, must not fall into their game plan. I want to tell you that the Eastern Security Network, the Eastern Security have been Fulani terrorists, headsmen, from molesting and killing our people in their bushes, in their forests, in our forests, and in our farmlands. They have been engaged in ensuring that our lands and lands are safe for our mothers, for our sisters, for our wives to go to the farm and to plant their crops and to harvest it at the appropriate time. This has been the occupation, the preoccupation. This has been what has occupied the Eastern Security Network up to this very moment that you're hearing my voice. Therefore, every murder that has taken place in our land is part of the game plan of the Caliphate. Every killing that is taking place in our land as I speak to you this night is the handwork of the Nigerian security apparatus. And I want to let you know, there is nothing to bring the ESN and the unknown government or unknown soldier, whatever they call them, together. Unknown soldier, unknown gunmen, these are the creation. These are the creation of the Nigerian security apparatus committing crimes in our land. They are committing untold crimes, and they are trying to put hardship on our land, and also to see if they can turn our people against this outfit that was created for the safety of our people. This outfit that only put in place to safeguard our forests, to safeguard our land, and to safeguard our people. They have tried in all manner of ways to see if they can discredit this outfit, but we thank Chika that all of their efforts has been all their efforts has been to nothing, and all their efforts will amount to nothing, because Chika, who is in charge of our activities, who is in charge of this movement, who brought out Onyendu to carry out this assignment, is on the throne, and he is controlling our movement and controlling, of course, the affairs of men. Now that we, through our intelligence unit, have exposed, now that we have found out what the game plan of the enemy is, Biafrans must be at heightened alert. Biafrans must be at a very, very heightened alert, because we must not in any way play into their game plan and begin to think, how can the outfit that was set up to save us, how can an outfit that was set up to protect the homeland of Biafra, How can an outfit that Onyendu, who love the Biafran people beyond anything you can imagine, and not only the Biafran people, all the indigenous people that are trapped in the contraption called Nigeria, we know how love all these indigenous people that are suffering. We must ask ourselves, how then can a security outfit that he set up purposely to how can they turn against the people they are set up to protect? ESN, the Eastern Security Network, has no hand. The IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, led by only Mazi has no hand in killings that are going on in our land. And of course, we will not turn against the people that we are. We will not turn against the people that we are. That are going on in our land. And for months and counting, the Biafran women are bringing this to the attention of the British authorities in case they have forgotten. And our demand and the demand of our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, the Biafran, the IPOB women worldwide in UK, our demand and their demand is simple. Release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi unconditionally. And also they are telling the United Kingdom to do what is right and ensure that their citizen is released and that the torture that he is undergoing is stopped forthwith. This, like I said, is an emergency broadcast because it has become imperative that I speak to great Biafran, that I make the world to know and to understand that there is a plan by the establishment, the Nigerian establishment. It is imperative that I let the world to know that there is a covert plan by the Fulani Caliphate and their collaborators, of course, who have found themselves in our midst. On arrival, because we are many miles ahead of them. Our intelligence unit, they, like Oyendu always tell you, they are one of the best in the world. And we are receiving credible evidence, credible information, credible data and facts that they are behind what is happening in our land. And therefore, like I said, those they are using to commit this crime, We will find you. We, the IPOB, will find you, because we cannot allow you to create such an environment in our land. We cannot allow you to manufacture or to go and start looking for crime that you will hang on Onyendu, our leader. We will not allow that to happen. And of course, Chukwu Abiyama will not allow that to happen. I want to thank you all for listening this very evening. And I want to commend all of you into the hand of Elohim Chukwu Abiyama Premier. And of course, commit our leader into your prayers. Commit him into your supplication to Chukwu Abiyama, and continue in our Psalms reading. For things are happening. Things are happening, and victory is assured for us. Chukwu shall be with all of you. Biafra for us is not just a name. Biafra is not just a name for us. Biafra is our identity. Biafra is our religion. And only Chukwu Abiyama, upon whom all honor and praise belongs, to him alone, we, the children of light, bow down and worship. And into his hand, I commit all Biafrans worldwide. And from here, I want to say to you, good night, and may Elohim be with you. Thank you so much.